So this hand is kind of problematic in that, first of all of our lands enter the battlefield tapped, and even if they didn't, they don't produce blue at all. So I think we have to ship it. Like our curve isn't that great. Like we have 2 5-drops, a 3-drop, a 6-drop, and then this is like a really late game card actually. It's not a 2-drop, unless it has to be, so we're gonna mulligan. This hand is much better, to a degree. Anyway. So we're gonna keep it. We'll put that on top. We want action eventually, and we'll be able to cast it with the Sky Spawner. So why not, right? Ooh, had it. We might end up playing the Shadow Glider first. Not quite sure. Depends on what our opponent plays. Yeah, we'll play the Shadow Glider first. That way we have a couple of options. It puts less power on the board, I suppose, but it's a little bit more versatile. Like, if our opponent just plays, I don't know, Cloud Manta here, we can attack. It doesn't really matter. Alright, so we're gonna bridge the Shadow Glider. Titan's Presence. Alright, well, what are you revealing? Nettle Drone. Yeah, no, I'd rather you didn't. That's fine. Moto, please. Okay. Got in there. Nettle Drone? Ooh. And we have the Merc Strider to bounce it on curve? That's so good. We're gonna bluff the Lithomancer's focus here, I've decided. Target you. Right now we're playing the tempo game where we're trying to keep our opponent off having, you know, too many cards in play at once. This Royal Spout, even if we can cast it next turn, I think is just going to not be cast in favor of casting Sky Spawner into Cloud Manta. After we attack, of course. And that's assuming we have, you know, the 6 mana. Alright, well. Guess I'm not attacking with this Merc Strider. I could. Pretty reasonably, I think. Yeah, we can attack with both. I care much less about the Merc Strider than I do, like, the Royal Spout land, for example. Alright, so I'm not going to play the land or the Royal Spout right now. What you got? Turn against. Well, that's no fun. Probably should have seen that one coming. Let's be real. Alright, so we get 2 for 1. Not great. Not ideal, I'd say. Take it. Yup. Yup. Alright, we have to get pretty aggressive here. If we want to get anything done. Incidentally, our opponent might have Valakut Invoker mana next turn, which is super awkward for us. Alright, so our opponent took the 6. Take it. What you got? There's gotta be something else, right? Our best draw is probably like a Clutch of Currents or another Royal Spout. Or an Ondu Rising. Ondu Rising would be fantastic. Opponent might have like Touch Brutal Expulsion. Sure. That's pretty good. Alright, Bane of Balagad. It's a card. And we can give it Vigilance next turn? Jeez. Alright. That's not great. Yeah, we're just dead. Sigh. We're gonna put in Dispel for Coral Home Guide. Our opponent has way too many relevant instants for me to not want Dispel, I think. Alright, so we're on the play. We're gonna mulligan this. Don't need that many 8-drops. This hand is much better. We're gonna keep. We're gonna keep basically any action. I'd say that counts. And we'll play the bridge first. Bridge into Blade Whirl into Sky Spawner seems pretty aggressive. Although our opponent isn't color screwed, so less good. We did draw another land though, which gets us one land closer to casting Royal Spout Kicked. Not that I'm sure it matters too much. Like, we're gonna hold on to the Royal Spouts for a little bit. None of this getting aggressive garbage. Huh. I think my opponent cast the wrong spell. We're just going to attack with the Blade Whirl here. If my opponent attacks me with Mist Intruder, I'm going to take it. Gladly. Probably holding up like Titan's Presence or something. No. What are you doing? Alright, so there's a good chance that I don't understand what's going on. I'm like 95% convinced that my opponent has a Titan's Presence in hand. One of the things that I'm not going to do for a while is, first of all, I don't really feel like playing into turn against. Stone Fury. Alright, well, that's definitely not a turn against. Opponent's tapped out. I'm gonna attack with these. I'm okay trading my Eldrazi Scion for 2 damage. Or a damage and a still alive Sky Spawner. Also, like, just snap attacking with everything seems like kind of a shifty play in a color that has a lot of combat tricks, which is like Tandem Tactics, Lithomancer's Fury. Alright. Didn't fall for it. Damn it. It's okay, we've got this guy. Sure. Alright, so this is the perfect target for a Royal Spout. It's mana intensive, it's awkward to keep recasting. Perfect. It's exactly what we wanted. And it's in a position where our opponent's tapped out, so we can just alpha. Yeah. Yeah, so this opponent still doesn't really have any great targets for Smite the Monstrous. Yeah, I think we just run it back. Alright, this hand's pretty sweet. Got a couple Sky Spawners, got a Courier Griffin, has 7 cards in it. Deal. Royal Spout now? Jeez. Sure know how to make a girl happy. And a 2-drop? This is insane. So, Sky Spawner is definitely not trading with Mist Intruder. I've got way too many Courier Griffin things. What they have? Oh, our Singleton Forest. That's not great. Oh wait, no, I have a Fertile Thicket still. We've got, yeah, Courier Griffin, which can trade with, or not trade, but can block the Intruder favorably. Can't believe our opponent didn't have a 3-drop play there. My experience with the blue-red deck is that your 3-drop spot is just loaded. Alright, opponent just left the tank. They're playing Coastal Discovery. So jealous. I love this card. I haven't cast it in so long. One could say that's the reason why I draft. Our opponent, naturally. Our opponent, for some reason, is disinterested in trading a Mist Intruder, 1 damage for a 3. So, depending on what my opponent does here, I might play Evolving Wilds versus Sandstone Bridge. Let's see. Yeah, it kind of depends on what card they play. Alright, Merc Strider. Bouncing probably this. I don't even know. Courier Griffin, sure. If they attack with Mist Intruder, it makes my job really easy. I can just Sandstone Bridge the Eldrazi Scion and attack with everything. So yeah, we're just gonna put this here. We're gonna keep attacking with the Core Blade roll. Maybe my opponent will block it by accident. Mortuary Mire. Wonder if my opponent is like splashing black or is just playing the Mire for value. The world may never know. I definitely don't have enough processors in this deck, or ingesters in this deck. Wavewing Elemental. Sure. See a big old target for Royal Spout. But here, I'm just gonna play that and Cloud Manta. My opponent really can't attack. I mean, they can, but do they want to? Probably not. Alright, Brutal Expulsion. Not fantastic for me. Bye, Cloud Manta. I miss you. Daggers. I'll just play another Sky Spawner. Ulamog's Reclaimer. No! Getting back Brutal Expulsion. That's disgusting. Alright, well, that's less fun. I want to just draw a Dispel. Like, real bad. Shadow Glider. Well, guess I'll cast a Shadow Glider. Not really interested in sacrificing the Eldrazi Scion to cast Bane of Valagad because it's just going to get bounced. So, like, we're just kind of loading up the board with flyers in the event that we can actually, you know, ever cast anything ever again. Our opponent is going so much slower than us. And I'm literally, like, knitting in between turns. I learned how to knit again last night. Brutal Expulsion. Alright. Fine. Like, I'm okay with this. That's why I played out the Shadow Glider. So that you'd, like, cast the Expulsion. I'll take 5. Here's a clue. I'm gonna block the Merc Strider with my Blade Roll because I'm not gonna be able to attack with my Blade Roll ever again. Because I'm sure as heck not bouncing the Reclaimer. Land. Dispel. You're no good right now. So I guess we just, like, attack with everything and hold up Dispel. Like, it doesn't seem great. It's not a fantastic option. But I think it's worthwhile. I could also just attack with, like, Courier Griffin, I suppose. Let's see. No, we're gonna attack with everything. Nope. What did you reveal? Incubator drone. Yeah, I'm fine with countering that. Yeah, There's no way that blade roll was ever getting in for damage, ever. Yeah, that's fine. I'll take 7. Titan's presence. Alright. Sure. You got me. Finally. Yep. Take it. Ondu Rising. That is a card. I will cast with Awaken. Targeting this land. Triggers. We're probably not going to gain life off this sandstone bridge. Gonna be real with you guys. If my opponent knows how to do this. What? Cool. Gain life off my sandstone bridge. So what you're supposed to do is block with an Eldrazi Scion and then sacrifice it before damage. That way, your opponent doesn't gain any life. Rush of Ice, sure. Taking 7, 12. Alright, well, here's a Fertile Thicket. Yes. Do I want this? Do I want this? Gonna say yes. I'm gonna cast Merc Strider for 0 value. If my opponent has another Awaken spell, I'm dead. Or a removal spell. Okay, yeah, I'm dead.